Welcome to A Few Minutes with the CEO. My name is Al O'Grady, and for the next few minutes, we'll be talking to the President and CEO of Sunridge Gold, Mr. Michael Hopley. Sunridge Gold is a mineral exploration company with a number of projects in Eastern Africa. Its properties are NI 43-101 compliant and have a very healthy concentration of precious and base metals, including copper, zinc, and gold. Now, the date of today's recording is Tuesday, August 14th. The company has had a number of press releases recently regarding drill results. We'll be talking more about that and other developments with the company in just a moment. Sunridge Gold trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol SGC. Mr. Hopley, thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Al. Welcome to be. Glad to be here.
Mike, as I said in my introduction, you've put out some announcements regarding drill results at your Adirasi project. I hope I'm saying that right. Mike, walk us through this. What did it show, and more importantly, what does it mean for the company?
Well, we've had this very large project for a number of years, and we've had a lot of success in defining a lot of copper, zinc, gold, and silver on the project. And in the last couple of years, we've focused on bringing those much closer towards production with pre-feasibility and feasibility studies. However, what tends to get lost sometimes is that the project has a lot of exploration upside. And we did some drilling on what we think is becoming our fifth deposit now, Adirasi. We did some drilling earlier in the year and put out results a few weeks ago. And they're very impressive. We're getting things like 84 meters of 1.3 grams per ton gold, and including 0.84% copper. So we think Adirasi is developing to be a large copper-gold target on the property and will become eventually our fifth definable deposit.
So what was your reaction as far as those concentrations are concerned? Is it a quiet confidence, something you expected all along, or is it a pleasant surprise, or something in the middle?
Something in the middle, I would say. These weren't the first drill results we've had from the project, so they weren't a complete surprise, but they are continuing to show the size and tenor of this deposit. So it was a pleasant surprise, put it that way.
Okay, so having said that, where do you go from here? What's next on the agenda?
Well, we need to do some more drilling at Adirasi to develop that into our fifth deposit. But the main focus of the company at the moment is completing a feasibility study on the four existing known deposits, which are called Embadero, Adinefus, Dabawa, and Gupo Gold. Those are the four deposits that were part of a pre-feasibility study that we announced in May. And we are now moving those along as fast as we can, all four of them in a centralized plant, into a feasibility study that will be finished by April next year. So that's the main focus of us at the moment.
Okay, we've been talking about the present. We've had a little glimpse into the future. Let's talk about the past. Mike, can you give us some background on the project and really why you're so bullish?
The Adirasi project is our exploration project, but the other ones, Embadero, Adinefus, Dabawa, and Gupo, are all the deposits that are part of our large collection of deposits already defined on the Asmara project. The Asmara project consists of those four deposits, and between them, they have 104 million pounds of copper and about 1.8 million pounds of zinc on the project. So a lot of zinc, a lot of copper, over 400,000 ounces of gold, and over 11 million ounces of silver. And that's all in 43-101 defined, measured, and indicated resources. So we're very happy with that, but obviously from developing a company, getting that into production and closer to production by completing a feasibility study is the next critical phase for us, and that's what we're focusing on at the moment.
Okay, the name of your company, Sunridge Gold. Do you think you should be calling yourself Sunridge Copper?
Yes, probably we should. But that will probably occur when we're one step closer towards production.
But actually, even though you're gold, copper, you're getting a mix of everything. So, I mean, maybe a little bit, it helps you in terms of diversification, really, with different metals, is it not?
Well, it does, and that's always a little bit of a dilemma for a junior company is identification. People tend to think of you either as a pure gold company or as a pure base metal company. We're not either. We're both, if you like. And so we will probably think about a name change, but later on when we're producing or very close to producing a lot of copper and zinc and some gold.
We talked about, or at least you had mentioned, you had 5 different deposit areas. Is there additional exploration potential at Asmara project?
There is. We have a project area of about 111 square kilometers, so a sizable exploration area, including about half a dozen targets where we have typically done mapping, sampling, geophysics, and are ready to drill. So, yes, there's still plenty of upside potential on the project as a whole.
Okay, you're in Eastern Africa. Any issues regarding infrastructure, getting to the property and also getting it to mining facilities or production facilities in the future?
Well, it's good that you mentioned that, Al. I like that question because we have probably the best infrastructure of any project I've ever worked on anywhere, including anywhere in Canada or the U.S. We are surrounding the capital city of Asmara with a population of about 500,000 people, and all our projects are about a 30-minute drive out of the capital city. And so we're all essentially on paved roads. We've got water, we've got power. There's an international airport within a few miles of all of our parts of the project, and there's a good paved road from our projects all the way to the port city of Massawa, where the concentrate can be transported by ship. So infrastructure is one of the key elements that we have on the Asmara project.
Okay. Mike, lots of different junior resource companies out there. If there's an investor, kicking the tires, looking at different companies on the TSX Venture Exchange, what is it about your company that sets yourselves apart from the crowd?
Well, I would say very simply, Al, if you look at the amount of metal that we have defined through 43101 resources, relative to the market cap of the company. And we just look at those two figures, look at the total value of what we've defined relative to the value of the company. I think that defines us in a very large way.
Mike, that's it as far as the formal questions are concerned. As always, my guest gets the last word. Any final thoughts? Anything you'd like to add right now?
Well, yes, I think that there's going to be a lot of interest there is a lot of interest right now in the metal markets, in the base metal markets, particularly in zinc. We expect to be producing a great deal of zinc in 2016, 2017, and that's just when a lot of the major zinc mines that are now producing will be out of production. So I think that we're going to be hitting a sweet spot, not just with zinc, but also with copper and precious metals when we start producing in about 2016.
Okay. On that note, Mike, I want to thank you very much for your time and sharing your thoughts with us about Sunridge Gold.
Thank you, Al. A pleasure.
Okay. And Sunridge Gold trades on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol SGC. And you've been listening to Mr. Michael Hopley, President and CEO of Sunridge Gold, on A Few Minutes with the CEO, produced by RBL Communications. I'm Al O'Grady. Thanks very much for joining us.